go. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, nothing. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we restart the game. But yes, welcome. It's Overwatch 2 release day. We are here. I obviously can't end the stream, because if I do, then it's gonna restart everything. I mean, restart the game. Oh, 1,000? 10,000. Sorry. Okay, we're loading in, we're getting there. What was that, 45 seconds? 10,000 players? Okay, so, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what's going on. I played the beta, which I don't think I made a video on. I don't think I was really doing content creation at the time. Speaking of which, I should probably put out an actual update. Oh, they made a new cinematic looking thing. It's only a minute long though. Unleash Hope. Very nice. $10,000 players still. I'm almost certain that if you re-logged into the game here, you'd have the same issue of sitting in queue time.
Woohoo.
Hello, welcome. Star, are you queued up at all? 9,000 players? Okay, we're getting there. I hope the servers don't break. Welcome to the stream. I see we've got 2 in here. Oh shit, that's why. I keep hearing a noise, and it's my phone, because I have my stream pulled up on it. It's me talking. That's kind of gross. Okay, well. $9,000. I honestly wasn't sure if I should have logged in earlier.
Should I? Wanty planning on playing now, but should I do this queue thing?
If you're planning on playing in a couple of hours, I honestly don't think that this should be an issue. So say you play in like an hour or two, you should be able to just log in and get right to the game. Unless, of course, the servers break and nobody's able to play.
Okay, no problem. Would be a terrible start if it already breaks. Laugh.
Yeah, it would. I'm not 1,000% sure that we're even going to be able to get in here. I'm probably only going to play a game and maybe look at the UI. Probably play a game. Still at 9K, 3 minutes later. Oh man, there's so much stuff to take into consideration here. Doomfist is a tank. Junker Queen, Kiriko. Sojourn, I know she got some changes prior to release here. I am seeing the Mercy skin that they were talking about. That skin looks really good. Forest Ranger Cassidy looks a bit silly. Military Monkey. Got Winston. That looks pretty good. Genji's mythic skin, I really want to grind out. I'm loving the look of that. Diva skin looks great. Pharah's, it's okay.
Oh yeah, I had this weirdo message me recently, said he had a crush on me yet knowing nothing about me or not playing with me, blocked him AF.
After he asked you where you live twice. Ew, that's gross. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Some people are just weird. Was it on like Dead by Daylight or was it just like a random PlayStation message? That's terrible. I think they're broken. I honestly think the servers are broken. We're gonna move from 9,000. I'm just impatient. Maybe that's what it is. Let me take a gander here on Twitter. Maybe they have an update. Did get some Overwatch League skin updates. Clockwork Zenyatta actually looks really cool. Looking at the skin up close, it looks good. His orbs have like the infinity symbol. I might go for that.
Apparently PlayStation recommended him cause he was looking for new DBD players, never played with him.
Oh, well. Thanks, PlayStation, for giving us weirdos to
Recommend
talk
me
to.
to him, I mean.
Oh, like you got recommended to him and he messaged you, I see. Yeah, people are really creepy. Probably just saw Jill in your profile picture. I don't know, even then, that's weird. I don't really get people's approach to that. Like, there are a lot of weird people out there. Well, I'm not going to say people. There's a lot of weird guys out there that just have no sense of respect for others, respect for themselves, or like shame. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's just some key part in their brain that just doesn't work or recognize the social cue of, hey, maybe I shouldn't come on to people as a complete and utter weirdo. Like, they just miss that completely. I don't understand it. I don't, personally. There are people who get like rejected and then they're persistent, I guess, is the best way to put it. They just keep on going back, they keep on trying. Like me personally, if I get rejected for whatever reason or another, you obviously, to some degree, I take it personally, but there's like that line of, okay, they're not interested, I'm not going to bother them anymore. I mean, in the regards of like this circumstance, like if you get rejected, you should take the hint and move on. Especially if it's a completely random person, like, bruh, that's, I don't know.
Yeah, very creepy indeed. First thing he did was showing me his room and showing off his stuff and PS5, haha.
Oh, that's odd. I don't know. I'm too suspicious of, I mean, just a random person in that context. Like sending them your room where you live and the things that you have. Like, what if he comes across a crazy person and does all that stuff? Like, oh, hey, here's my brand new PS5, and then he gets robbed or something. They like track his IP, and they go steal the stuff. That's not funny, but that would be ironic at the very least.
I thought he was trying to impress me or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past some people to be like that, honestly. I just remembered I have Overwatch on my Switch, but I honestly don't have a second phone number to put on there, so that's dead. I can't use that. Shoot. Excuse me.
To be honest, I wouldn't mind he got robbed, laugh.
I mean, hey, that's fair. Some people just need a wake-up call. Just gross behavior from people. Again, I'm really sorry. I hate my half of the species. I'm not gonna lie. On behalf of guys who aren't creepy, my apologies. Not all of us are weirdos, but honestly, it's always best to take some level of precaution when you're talking to random guys you meet on the internet or whatever. Even if it's just as a friend, there are some psychotic people out there. I think
Yeah,
Overwatch is.
also I apologize for saying this on stream.
Oh, hey, no, you're fine. No worries. It gives us something to talk about while Overwatch 2 dies in our arms. Dead on arrival. Dead game. Rip Bozo, Rip Blizzard. Good riddance. No, just kidding. Oh, here it is. Here's the announcement. Blizzard customer support, American branch. Overwatch 2, we're aware that some players are encountering an unexpected server error message when attempting to sign in. This is actively being worked on. Thank you for your patience. Okay. I think I'll give it another like 5 minutes before I restart the game, which in turn will restart the stream. So I'm 90% sure that the game is broken. But yeah, I don't know. People are strange creatures.
I know not all guys are bad, quite a shame really that most are misjudged.
Yeah. I mean, again, though, with the way some people are, it's always best to take that idea of caution into whatever situation you get yourself put in. I mean, I'm a really paranoid person, so I don't like to go into things without a plan or without knowledge ahead of time, without some idea of like prep time or the people that I'm meeting, like anything. And obviously that makes my life harder, but obviously if something ever goes down on the off chance there's some tragedy that strikes, it's always better to have a backup plan or at least be cautious in what to expect. So I don't know. I see women carry mace around. That's a big thing. They have like these weird little jabbers on their keychains, I guess, to stab an assailant if anything happens. Which again, I don't blame them with how some guys are. It's not a good environment. It's like the how does the phrase go? It's like one bad apple spoils the bunch, or maybe it's not supposed to, but ultimately, I am a fan of excessive caution sometimes. Because you look at like crazy serial killers and stuff like that. You have like your Ted Bundys, your Jeffrey Dahmers, whatever it is. Those guys are all very charismatic people. I think that's. I mean, they took a intelligent approach to it. Obviously, if they have that natural charm about them when they lure people in, then it's always better to take that approach than just trying to be like, "Hey, will you marry me? I just met you 2 minutes ago." But hey, I don't know. I'm going off on a tangent. Overwatch, please work. Please. Tell me you got 11,000 people in there. You can't make room for me, your most loyal fan ever? I'm joking. Haha, I was acting. Oh boy. Ugh. Shoot. I think we restart stream. Do we? Do we do it? I mean, if everything's broken.
I respect that. Honestly, I'm satisfied with the current 3 friends I have. Haha. Don't need anyone else laugh.
I mean, hey, that's always a good idea as well, as to keep your circle small. And I mean, of course, that has its like ups and downsides, of course. But having a smaller circle, in my opinion, is always the best case. I feel like through cultivating relationships in that sense, not relationships per se, but dynamics, friendships, whatever it may be, whatever you might want to call the, that's a dynamic with people. It's always good to keep it smaller because I feel like that makes your trust stronger. It like just, I don't know. It just overall helps, in my opinion. The people who have like 30 friends or 20 acquaintances that they call friends or considers everybody that they come across a friend, I never really understood people like that. Granted, I've always had a harder time making friends, so I don't know if it's a matter of, I don't know, cautious awareness, or if it's just a matter
Exactly.
of...
Could get overwhelming and too many issues with too many people.
Precisely, yep. I could not agree more. The more people you have around, the more likely you are to encounter drama, which... I don't know. I don't have time for drama. I painfully do my schoolwork, I painfully do my job, my dead-end job currently, and I play video games. I don't have time for other people's issues. If someone needs help, that's a different story. But there are people who just gossip, and then they yap, and then they fight and all that, and it's such a drag. I just realized up in the top left corner it says 2.1.0.1. So is this like version 2 of Overwatch 2? I mean, obviously they've updated it as they went, but... Holy moly, there's a new game mode. I'm like trying to stay updated on Twitter since I can't... Oh wait, 8,000 players, hold on. Maybe it's not broken. No way. You know, I think we're just gonna tough it out. We're gonna have to bite the bullet and stick with it, because if we restart and we have to
Maybe
get...
they counting the betas?
I think they're counting the betas. That's gotta be it. Because there's probably the alpha one, which was the very first beta, which was probably version like 1.0, and then the second version was point 2, and now the actual release here is 2.1. Because the beta build that we got in the second one is pretty close to what we have in the live game, from what I understand. New game mode called Survivor. The mode is currently only available in custom games and has a settings mentioning a circle that closes over time, a battle royale style. Okay, so there's a battle royale game mode. Overwatch battle royale. That's kind of funny. Ah.
Great laugh.
I mean, hey, that's interesting. It's an interesting take. I figure it'd probably be like deathmatch, but I guess with a circle enclosing, it's kind of like Apex. I've played Apex before. It's not really my cup of tea. It's kind of fun, but eh. People have also bought the Watchpoint pack, but it's not being reflected when they open the game. Holy moly, some people have 30,000 people in front of them. Okay. Yikes.
Although I never played any games like Fortnite.
Yeah, I've never played Fortnite. It's never piqued my interest. I've never played PUBG. I played Apex because I had a friend who was like, hey, you want to play Apex? And I never ended up playing with them, so go figure. Yeah, the only first-person shooter game I've ever like actually consistently played has been Overwatch. It's like the only online game I've played a lot of, other than Dead by Daylight.
Did you see PUBG working with DVD?
I did see that. So I'm curious as to what that means for, I don't know, content in the future. I can't imagine Dead by Daylight can take too much from PUBG. Maybe skins. I don't know if they have like a main character. I think their poster boy is some guy in like a white dress shirt and like a welder's mask. Maybe they'll give a skin like that to someone. Trapper, maybe Dwight. I don't know. The only thing I can see out of that is Dead by Daylight getting a skin or two. I am gradually getting more interested in the For Honor collaboration for the 26th killer. Is it 26? 26 or 27? The new
My
character.
god, since PUBG is not horror, right?
Yeah, no, PUBG is like a, it's like a battle royale, pretty much. It's pretty much Fortnite, Apex type deal. I think you just go around in an arena of like 100 players and you kill each other, and whoever wins is the truest gamer of all, or something. I don't know, but it's your typical battle royale shooter. So that's why I don't know. It's an odd collaboration for sure. But PUBG has done a lot of collaborations. Like they're plastered all over chip bags over here in the U.S. They've got a couple mobile games and mobile collaborations. Very diversified portfolio in terms of their collaborations. So I mean, hey, good on them. I see a couple of live streams popping up in my feed. Let's see if anyone else got in. One eternity later. Yeah, I'm seeing someone in queue. The real Kenzo. He's in game. Go figure. So I'm thinking that the big streamers and the big ballers of Overwatch got in first. So I think they already had access to the game. Master Ian is in game as well. Looks like Kiriko has 5 healing shots. Maybe. So her prime. Oh no, maybe she has 5 or 10. They recharge over time. Kiriko has 12 kunai. Excuse me, can't speak. Just 12 kunai. Ugh, this is painful. 22 minutes. 22 minutes. I do have some freaking assignments to
Does
do,
it
so.
go to another 10,000 when it is about to be done? Laugh.
Oh, I will cry. I will not be happy if they do that. I really hope not. People are getting into the game though, so the game isn't broken inherently. Not yet. I guess gatekeeping is probably the best case, so it doesn't get overwhelmed at once. I followed the Texas Chainsaw Massacre account just to kind of see what they're doing. Oh, wait, hold on. Side note, the Dead by Daylight PUBG cosmetics got leaked. Hold on. That's ironic that we were just talking about that and it got leaked. It looks like... Okay, so yeah, there's like a
Go
division
figure,
of...
always leaking.
Yeah. Oh man, so... Yeah, it looks like Dead by Daylight didn't pick up much of anything, really. The Legion costume set, Clown costume set, Hunter, Trapper costume. So... It's not looking like Dead by Daylight got anything out of this.
Oh, that's lame, so it is a win to PUBG.
Yeah, it looks like they're the only ones who got cosmetics out of it. So we might get a charm and a cosmetic for Dwight, which I figured it would either be Dwight or Trapper to get the skin.
Attack on Titan was nice.
Yeah, I agree. I like the way that they did the Attack on Titan one. Although I still can't get over the fact that Eren was given to Dwight, which makes sense because they're both kind of, sort of, the main character of their respective universes. I mean, Dwight's not really the main character, but he's like the poster boy for Dead by Daylight, other than Jake. Which personally, I'd say Levi fit Jake a little better. But I mean, attitude-wise, Eren and Dwight are not at all similar. The Annie Mag was kind of funny. They did hers really well. I think it was Yujin as Mikasa, which that one looked really cool. I liked it. I only bought the killer skins though.
Who would be Eren instead then? Haha.
Who would be Eren instead? I don't know. Oh, 7,000. We dropped by 1,000. Nice, maybe. Eventually here. I don't know. I don't think there's any real character that would have fit Eren. I guess Dwight would have been the best choice. Like the equivalent of Eren in Dead by Daylight would be him like fighting the entity. Fighting the entity and then eventually becoming the entity in the realm. I guess it's just the dichotomy in personality. Like Eren is loud, very what's the word I'm looking for?
Most likely laugh. Have you watched Attack on Titan?
I've watched a couple of episodes, but I mainly read the manga. I have the first 13 volumes. I think I'm like 3 volumes in. Because I picked all of it up before I started my school stuff. Before I got into college, so I know a little bit about it. Still can't think of the darn word. My brain is tired. I've been very tired as of recent. Ow, I hit my knee. Not nice. I'm always tired. I don't want to say Eren's an instigator, but he's prone to fighting. He's prone to violence. There's a word for that. I'm just not remembering it right now. See some people saying that Diva is the best tank in Overwatch 2.
Well, it is so great. Would recommend watching it after you finish the manga or vice versa.
Oh, you've seen it. Okay. Who's your favorite character in all of Attack on Titan?
Is the word impulsive?
I think that is a good word to describe him. That wasn't the one I was looking for, but yeah. That is a very good way to put it. He doesn't think before he acts. At least from what I see. And from what I know about the series. I know a lot of like key points throughout it. I just haven't read it all through and through.
Yeah, watched all 4 seasons during the time after it got announced. Laugh.
Nice. Are you excited for the final season part 3? I think that's what it is. I think it's coming out either this year or next year. Combative, I guess that's kind of sort of what I was looking for.
Heck yeah. My favorite character is Rainer.
Oh, okay. Again, I don't know too much about him, but I know he kind of... I think he's
Overwatch.
the... Hey, Raffi, yep. Overwatch 2 specifically. 7,000 players ahead of us. I might be mistaken, but I think Raynor is like one of the Titans. He might be the Armored Titan, unless that's the other guy. I forget his name. Bertold? I don't know how to pronounce his name. Yeah, Bertold.
How about yours? Not gonna say anything to avoid spoilers. Laugh.
Okay, I appreciate that. My curiosity is getting the better of me, but I think it's good to have the filter on the spoilers, because I think it's always better to go into a series blind. I like Mikasa so far. I do like Eren. He seems very motivated, hot-headed. I don't mean to be cringe, but sometimes I can be the same way. I act before I think, and that's not the greatest attribute to have, I'll say. Unfortunately, we are not in an anime where being a hothead gets you main character points.
Mikasa number 1. Also, what season you are?
I think I'd be halfway through the first season. I think how the manga correlates, because I think volume 9 and onward is season 2. I think 1 through 6 or 1 through 8 is season 1. The part that I'm at specifically is where Eren de-transforms from the Titan for the very first time. So he goes Titan mode, he saves Mikasa, and then the rest of the crew. And he shrinks back down, and they're like, holy moly, it's Eren! He's a Titan! $8,000 players, did they go back up? It went back up, didn't it? Freaking frick. Star, you might be right. They're gonna put 10,000 more people ahead of me. No! Don't do this. Dang it. 9,000. Yep. It begins. The regression begins. I'd say Eren's number 1. Mikasa's a very close second.
Okay, don't you know if you know them all, but what is your favorite Titan?
Honestly, the Titan I like the most design-wise is Eren's Attack Titan form.
Well, I hate that I was right. Damn it.
That's okay. I don't know what's going on. I kind of figured this would happen. I'd say Eren's Titan design is my favorite. The Cart Titan is iconic.
Actually, better question. Which Titan would you want to be?
I don't know their specific abilities. I mean, I don't know if being the founding Titan gives you any specific power inherently. Because the founding Titan is giant, at least when we see Eren transform into it. Again, I've periodically went through the series. Kind of jumped back and forth. Yep, 10,000. We're at 10,000 again. No. I mean, if your main goal is destruction, I'd say the Founding Titan. But if I had to choose between abilities, I'd probably say Armored. I mean, obviously you still have weak points in between your armor, but I mean, for combat that might be the best. If not Eren's attack form. I don't really know what the main abilities are, because I think him and Annie have pretty much the same abilities.
I would be the Armor Titan.
Armor, yeah. That makes sense. I think Armor would be the best case. At least survival-wise. I will be right back. Hopefully we go back down in queue.
I think the female Titan has super speed and the ability to call other Titans. Holy 20. These dorks, why do they get to overtake? Someone call the ambulance.
Okay. I went to go grab something to drink, sorry. Oh. Okay, we're at 20,000. Female Titan has super speed and the ability to call it the Titans. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, 20. Shoot. How did people get to overtake? 10,000. Okay, maybe they're fixing it as we go. I don't think it's a matter of being overtaken. I think it's just the sheer amount of people that are joining at one time are just flooding the server. I don't know. Oh, now we're back at 20,000. Okay. Someone called the ambulance. I need the ambulance. Effective 10 minutes ago. I need healing. Okay, Overwatch shoots a bunch of stuff. Let's see.
On it.
On it. Our servers are ramping up fast for the launch of Overwatch 2. That said, we are aware of some issues as even more players join in on the fun. Known issues are listed here. Blizzard customer support will continue updates as issues are resolved. Someone has 0 players ahead of him. Someone has 40,000. Issues are impacting those who've merged their PC and console accounts. We expect this
Is
to be
this a normal thing for events?
Not for a long time. So, usually really big hero releases in Overwatch 1 would have things like this happening. I was around for Echo's release when she came out in, I think it was 2020. This didn't happen. The game ran fine. The only thing that was an issue was like really bad queue times. Like if you queued DPS, you'd probably be waiting like 30 minutes to find a game in quick play. Whereas if you played like tank or support, you would be fine. You'd get into a game in like a second. But this has not happened in a very long time. Not that I know of, at least. Yeah, it's just going to keep fluctuating. Let's take a look at Blizzard's little page on the known issues. Because chances are we'll get in and we'll end up having some sort of problem. Welcome to Overwatch 2. We wanted to keep you updated on the list of known issues affecting the game. This is not a complete list of currently tracked issues affecting Overwatch 2. Rather, this is a targeted list of some known specific issues with this release. Known launch issues. Some players who merge their PC and console accounts are seeing an unexpected server error. Some cosmetics, items, and currency that players own are not showing up in their collections. Some players are expecting server disconnects. Known bugs. The camera may be misplaced on the level.
How come they did that thing to separate the tanks, DPS and supports on quick play and competitive? Like a fair thing.
So you mean roll queue? So there was a period in Overwatch's history where there was a competitive format called GOATs. Now, what GOATs was this composition of a team where you had 3 tanks and 3 supports. And it was terrible, nobody liked it. And it was because of Brigida's release, because she was so powerful, she was able to kill things, so there was really no point to have DPS. And at that point they were just like, okay, we're going to turn it into 2-2-2, roll queue. You have to play these as they are. And that was pretty much why. There was a really bad team composition thing, and for balance, Blizzard was like, here, you have to play 2 tanks, 2 DPS, and 2 supports, and that's our fix. Now there will probably be no GOATs because we only have 5v5. At least in the Limelight. I don't know if they'll have 6v6 comp still, because they didn't have open queue. But yeah, effectively open queue became role queue because of goats.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Never knew that.
Yeah. It was an interesting solution. I didn't really play at that time. I only started playing Overwatch in 2019, which role queue was already out at that point. Then again, I didn't know what was going on either when I first started playing this game. I knew about the game. I really wanted to play it, but I didn't have a current gen console, i.e. Xbox One or PS4 until 2019, so yeah. 10,000 players still. I do wonder if they'll have open queue though for 5v5. Because I'm pretty sure the classic mode, I still don't have confirmation on this, obviously, because I can't get into the freaking game. But the classic mode should contain at least 6v6, role queue, and maybe open queue. But in that same vein, I wonder if we have 5v5 role queue and if we'll have a 5v5 open queue. So I wonder if it'll be divided 1-2, or if we'll just have a pure no role lock at all. So that'd be interesting. I think the more meta way to play the game would probably be 2 tanks, 2 supports, and 1 DPS. Because DPS is like the least impactful role. At least in my opinion. Supports can enable insanely. Look at like Ana, look at her nano boost, look at Kiriko and her speed boost, look at Lucio and his actions, his war crimes. Like they enable the team and they allow for much more different plays rather than just go and kill things. Tanks obviously make space, hold space, control the game. I don't know, it's hard. DPS is vital, but it's not impactful. Like if your DPS are good, it will make a difference in the game. Like if the DPS turn a 5v5 into a 4 or 3v5.
I prefer tank or healer.
I do too. I really love tank, and that's the weird part about Overwatch 2 for me is my highest role has been platinum on tank. And I love playing tank. I love playing Reinhardt. I love the entire playstyle. Protect your team, make space for your team to take. But it's so hard to play that when there's so much crowd control in the game. And that was something that I hated in these last couple months of playing Overwatch. Like playing tank was miserable. You have Briggs stun, you have Cassidy stun, you have Hog's hook, you have all of these different things. I think I even grabbed a clip of it. I was playing Reinhardt and I got stunned like 3 or 4 times consecutively. I tried to put my shield up, block the Cassidy flashbang. He threw it under. I got stunned. After that, I got shot, lost half my health. I got Briggs stunned. And then Doomfist comes out of nowhere and just punches me. And I die. So I just got stunned. I was standing still for like 6 to 8 seconds, just not able to play the game. And that is just, it's miserable. I really, really hate that. So, for that to be gone in Overwatch 2, I am very happy. Not to mention Honest Sleep. But Honest Sleep is vital to her kit in surviving if she gets dived in the back line.
Oh yeah, that's awful.
Yeah. Like, there are very easy ways to avoid Honest Sleep and Honest Nade. If you're diving the back line, you kind of open yourself up to that possibility of getting naded and slept. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Doomfist's punch stuns still. I don't think it does. I think it hits you and you go flying. I don't know if it stuns you though, per se. Excuse me. Cassidy's flashbang is not a flashbang anymore, but it's a homing grenade or something.
Is Doomfist a tank?
Doomfist is a tank now, yeah. They reworked him, his abilities. He does a lot less damage. He's a lot harder to play and get value out of. But I think it's a lot better to have him that way rather than a DPS who can one-shot tanks with an inherent stun. Technically two. If you count Uppercut as his old Uppercut ability as a stun, he has an inherent one-shot that doubles as a stun. Then he has a soft stun, which forces you out of position. So I don't know. Just having less of that in the game is really nice.
Yeah, I thought he was a tank when I first seen his trailer, haha.
Yeah. A lot of people did. I heard that speculation a lot. Like, Doomfist is a tank, but they turned him into a DPS. But now he's a tank, so okay. It all worked out. Holy moly. I have this like book chapter to read for a class. I think I might just read that during stream. Obviously read chat as well. But if I read my book on the side here, there would be no way of knowing. 9,000 players, 10,000 players. Hey, at least we know this wasn't a flop.
You gonna buy anything in the new store?
I have to take a look, honestly. That's if I got my Watchpoint pack reflected on my account. We'll see, though. We will see. I am thinking of buying the Doomfist, like, $5 pack. It's probably like 6 or 7 for you. But it comes with the new Doomfist skin, and it comes with 500 Overwatch coins, or whatever the premium currency is called. 500 coins in a skin for $5. I feel like that's a pretty decent deal for what it's worth. I'll take a look at the Overwatch League Zenyatta skin. If I like that, I will definitely pick it up. Because Zenyatta is absolutely powerful.
Well, fingers crossed you have it.
Yeah, hopefully you do too, because you mentioned picking it up. So hopefully when you hop on, hopefully you don't have to wait for this. 9,000 players, and hopefully you have all of your stuff.
And I have it, of course.
Yeah, so hopefully that's reflected. I'm sure it will be, though, because I got into the second beta with it, so maybe that's an insurance of sorts. I don't know. How many people? We have 2 people in chat. Has anyone in here watched Breaking Bad? I think I briefly mentioned it on another stream, but I don't know. Breaking Bad. I just finished it not too long ago. I think it's one of the best shows ever written.
I have not, haha.
No? Okay, I figured. I'll give you a brief rundown. It's about a high school teacher who teaches chemistry, who is very good at chemistry. He receives a cancer diagnosis, and he's like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna cook crystal meth. I'm gonna sell it and leave my family money for when I die. That's pretty much the synopsis of the first 2 episodes. And then from there, he just goes on this journey of delving into the metaphorical underworld of drugs and all that stuff. obviously my description here does not do it justice, but Breaking Bad is so phenomenal. The soundtrack, the sound design, the
That was a
characters.
surprising turn with him deciding to make drugs.
Yeah. Well, it all kind of connects together. Like, if you decide to watch it, you'll see. The episodes are pretty long. They're like 40 minutes long. 40 to 50 minutes. It's like an hour every episode, but holy moly. Such a great show. The ending isn't bad, but it's kind of, I don't want to say anticlimactic. That's not the right way to
Is
put
it
it.
on Netflix?
It is. It is on the US one at least. I don't know if it's available in the UK. I can check real quick. Maybe. I mean, if you really want to watch it, feel free. If it's on there, I don't know. Oh, so it is still, I think it should be on there. It's set to leave in February of 2025. So you have a little bit of time to watch it. 2.5 years, specifically.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll give it a check when I can.
Yeah. 8,000 players. Let's go. Only have to wait another hour. And I'll admit, it is a pretty violent show sometimes, so it might not be everyone's cup of tea, which is completely fair. I mean, if you're a fan of Attack on Titan, I can't imagine that the violence would be too much a factor. But I don't know. Granted, I'm not the biggest like TV watcher or anything like that. I'm not some avid reviewer of TV shows and whatnot, so I don't know. I'm also not that easy to, or not that difficult to please in terms of shows to watch and stuff. Like, if it's entertaining, it's entertaining. If not, no harm.
Yeah, I seen Aaron's mum get eaten or seen Saw, so shouldn't he be too bad?
Oh, you watched Saw? You watched Saw. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, Saw is bad. Some of those scenes are very not fun. Pardon the spoilers, but I think it was in Saw 2. I think one of the people in the game, they get shoved into a pit of needles, and that scene will always haunt me because I am not a fan of needles or shots. I mean, obviously, get your vaccinations and whatnot, but I will not enjoy it.
Although I would rather forget seeing Saw, it was just for research cause of the chapter.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, the plot itself of Saw, it's not even really super cohesive. Like, it's not bad storytelling, but I think they just use it as an excuse to put, like, really grody horror scenes on screen. I think it was during a period where, I mean, let me put this into perspective before I say that. Horror movies have always been kind of in this weird limbo of they're either really good or they're really not. And I think it depends on the approach you take. From what I've seen, it's hard to pull off a really good horror movie. Like, cohesive storytelling, good plot, no discrepancies, good characters. That's the biggest thing I've missed in horror movies is good characters. But on the other side of that, you have iconic characters, such as the monsters or the villains, i.e. Michael Myers, Ghostface, Freddy Krueger. Like, a lot of the survivors that you're spending a majority of the film with, they're just these
Yeah,
carbon...
I hate needles too. Had to think and be strong like Chris and Jill when vaccinated.
Yeah, there you go. That's always the way to go about it. Just kind of mentally strengthen yourself. I don't know. But that's a good method. Shoot, I only have a couple more hours of stream. I don't even know if we're gonna be able to play the game. Even then, I have school stuff to do, so I shouldn't even be streaming in theory.
Honestly,
But
Saw was getting silly after 5 ended, just a gore fest then.
yeah, back to my train of thought before I distract myself.
Stuck in this loading screen while stream. Sad.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I think my mic died. I think I unplugged it. Yep, that was what the issue was. Okay, my bad. I unplugged my mic. Yeah, my train of thought was horror movies, they take the aspect of just iconic horror villains, and that's what they roll with. A couple of cool kills. Saw tried to be like a jack of all trades the way they wrote the villain. Like, Saw was this mastermind with these intentions of like redeeming the characters. But to a certain extent, it just got silly. And they came up with the plot point that he had like a terminal illness. I don't know if he had cancer. I don't remember what it was, but he had a terminal illness, and he decided to judge people, try to redeem them. And then it got to this point where it was like he already died, but all the traps were set up, and I think that's where Amanda, aka Dead by Daylight's pig killer, came in and was doing the killings for him. I don't know. It just wasn't cohesive. It was interesting, and they almost had something there if they had thought that out a little better. Yeah, we might be stuck in the loading screen. Also, don't forget to log into Dead by Daylight, because there is the
He did have cancer, lost his child, then tried to kill himself like geez.
yeah, no. He had a tragic backstory, I'll say that much. But yeah, with horror movies, it's very hit or miss. And I think Saw was trying to appeal to an audience that wasn't yet discovered, and that was like full-on gore. And ultimately, that was my point, was they were trying to take a different approach. It wasn't, at that point, super iconic killer, great cast of characters. I think horror movies kind of just toss it out the window in the first 5 to 10 minutes. And they were just like, you know what, let's go 100% on the kills, make the most gory, most disturbing things imaginable, and put them on the screen. So yeah, it has its appeal. It doesn't necessarily appeal to me, but yeah. Yeah, we might be stuck on this all day. I don't know. I feel like if I restart the game, it's just going to put me lower in the queue, which obviously we'll either get in or we won't.
I hate Saw 3D. I want to feeling okay like I only watched Saw 1 and 2 in the full movie, only seen dead meat as kill count for rest.
Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, I think they summarize the movies perfectly over there. I honestly haven't checked their channel out in a while. For a period of time, Dead Meat was like my favorite channel on YouTube. Cult of Chucky 4 days ago. That's interesting. Because I think James was taking a break. Unless that was only during the summer. I don't know. I haven't really kept up with their... Okay, so they're going through Child's Play.
Same, used to watch a lot, haha.
I mean, they make good content. I'm glad they're able to make it work despite all of the copyright discrepancies. Especially on YouTube, where copyright stuff is terrible. Granted, on a side note, I think every platform has its issues. Twitch is terrible with how they manage their creators. Like, people can get away with the worst things humanly possible on stream, and some guy will accidentally have someone they're playing with in a game say something that's extremely questionable, and then that person, the streamer, who isn't in charge of what their teammates say, gets banned. And that's just, I don't know. It's terrible. YouTube has copyright issues. I mean, those are the only two big players in terms of content creation. Twitch is also terrible about their algorithm. I used to stream over on Twitch before I came back to YouTube, and...
There's TikTok laughing, never used it.
Oh, yeah, TikTok. Yeah, I've never used it either. I don't really care for it. It's just a bunch of... I don't know. It's just a bunch of people that don't interest me. I don't know how to describe it. I think TikTok is the embodiment of the modern world.
You didn't stream for some time. How are you doing?
Hey, puppets. Yeah, it's been a while. I've been thinking about making a video regarding my streaming schedule. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Just getting by. How about you? But yeah, TikTok. It's like the embodiment of the modern day and age. It's just people who want attention and have no sense of shame. It's just disingenuous. That's the best way I can put it. That would be my critique on modern society.
Doing good, I guess. Had quite a bad day, to be honest.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Hopefully you're doing better now. If you want to talk about it, feel free. We would be more than happy to hear you out. Alternatively, we can turn our attention to the loading screen simulator that is Overwatch 2. I'm sorry about that, though. But yes, TikTok. Not fun. Twitter is just as bad. If you follow the right people and the right accounts, you'll have probably no issues on Twitter. But if you see some of the... I don't know. I hate to be mean about it, but if you see some of the brain-dead stuff people on Twitter say, you'll be frustrated that people actually exist.
It's currently 2 hours till midnight for me, so I won't be watching for long. Sorry.
Oh, hey, no worries at all. You stopped by, and I could not appreciate that more. I always appreciate anyone just stopping by and hanging out even for a minute. Well, I hope you're able to get to bed soon. If it's...
I joined you in the loading screen fun. Hi, puppets.
Star, what's your number at? How many players are ahead of you? I'm down to 5,000. But yeah, puppets, hopefully you're able to get to bed soon and sleep off the bad day. Tomorrow's another opportunity for a better day, so...
20,000. Fun, haha.
You're at 20,000. This is painful. I just wanna play the game. You guys see that meme with Eric Andre? Where he's outside the gate. Let me in! That's my collective 5 brain cells looking at this loading screen. Eminem just released a new song.
How long have you been waiting for?
Since stream started. So I think we're about an hour. An hour and 10 minutes so far. Yeah. I started stream at 2... No, it was 1:59, excuse me. 1:59 p.m. because Overwatch opened at 2.
And there's also 20,000 waiting to be let into.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's been an hour-ish. An hour 10. I kind of figured this would happen. I knew this was going to happen. I didn't want it to, but I don't think that
chatting
has.
whole time laugh.
Yeah, we've been hanging out. Star's been keeping good company here. I think we have a lurker or two stop by as well, which is always appreciated. Again. I honestly think I'll wait like 30, maybe 40 more minutes, and then I think we'll have to call it there. Which I hate to leave the whole stream as us sitting here in the Overwatch loading screen for an hour and a half.
Those quiet, sneaky lurkers. Damn, that's a long queue. Did not expect so many players. Hopefully players will remain playing after a month or so.
Yeah. Yeah, long queue. Player base, I don't know. It depends on how the new players acclimate to the game.
On 10,000 now.
10,000? Oh, very nice. Very nice. I wonder how accurate the queue reflection number is. Like 5,000, I wonder how accurate that is. 4,000? So I wonder if that's like 4,900.
For Overwatch to die off.
Puppets, I'll say this now. If Overwatch went like 2.5 years without actual content or consistent developer updates, consistent patches, and the like, I don't think the game will die off. In my personal opinion,
I think it will go strong. Overwatch 1 was doing well.
Doing well is an overstatement, but for the game's state, yes, I'd say it was doing well. I think there are people who will play this game until the server is closed completely. And given Blizzard's change of monetization, I think at the very least of this opening, all of the people who bought the Watchpoint pack, all of the people who will buy the starter pack, buy the battle pass, whatever it may be, I think that this game has some level of longevity ahead of it. At least another year or two. Worst case scenario. But they're on very thin ice, I'll say that much. Blizzard and the like. Because if they keep up with all of the no communication, if we don't get consistent like map updates or new heroes, which they should have planned out.
All I am worried about is the lack of F2P stuff that you can get in the new battle pass that they released.
Oh, I completely agree with that. I was never a fan of the battle pass, in all honesty, but it's a workaround the loot boxes, which are considered gambling in some countries. Therefore, Overwatch needs the like 18 plus tag rating for including gambling to some degree. So honestly, from their perspective, it was probably the best thing that they could have done. Especially since I can't imagine too many people bought loot boxes. I know I bought the occasional pack of like 5 or 10 when we get new skins. Just be like, hey, you know what? Why not? But I completely agree. Especially for newer players, they're doing this thing where they only get access to 13 heroes for free. and the rest of them you have to play the game to unlock, which I think
the
personally...
Battle Pass is the hot thing with multiplayer games.
Yeah. It's honestly the newest model for monetization. I mean, it honestly gives me something to do. Personally, like, I don't play games unless I have a real incentive to. Which is probably more of a me issue, but I do see both sides of that. Like, working for the Battle Pass, giving myself a goal to play to, I think that encourages healthy play. I mean, obviously, if I don't want to play the game, I don't want to play the game, but I think a really bad situation would be having, like, 10 to 5 levels left on the Battle Pass, and it ends in a day, and you have other responsibilities to tend to, like work or school or family or whatever it is, and then you just can't finish it. I think that would be so unfortunate.
Yeah, a DVD would be very boring without the rifts and tome.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It changes it up, and then there's also the weekly challenges and the daily, like, orders to do, so... It gives it some level of substance, which games like
new players that
Overwatch.
Are going to be F2P are gonna have to get to like level 50 in Battle Pass to get Kuriko for free? Might be row.
Yeah. So free to play on the Battle Pass, you'll have to get to level like 50 or 55 to get Kiriko, which I think is really silly. They shouldn't have locked her that far behind. And if they do keep new characters, that far behind, I think they need to increase the leveling requirements. Like, at least cut the XP requirement for that in half. So, like, say you'll need 1,000,000 XP to get to level 50 or 55 or whatever. Cut that down by, like, a quarter or in half. And then at that point, I don't know. Just make it clearable. Because I read this article about people leveling the Battle Pass up, and after like 40 hours, they were only at like level 20. Which, like, if I need to play the equivalent of a full-time job in Overwatch to get my skin, I don't want to do that. It's no longer adding substance to the gameplay. It is literally making that the gameplay.
Buying the Battle Pass seems to be Blizzard's solution.
Yeah, I agree.
9,000 left. Not long left for you, hopefully.
9,000 left? I'm at 4,000. I don't know. Probably be rolling in my grave by the time I load in. Not to mention queue times. I mean, I have to imagine the people who are actually playing the game, their queue times can't be that bad. Because it's such a saturated pool of players that queue times gotta be at least like 2 minutes tops. Maybe different for DPS, but I don't know.
I would resurrect you, haha.
The resurrection. I will take that. I will take it. But yeah, puppets. I'm trying the Battle Pass out this season. If it's good, then it's good. If not, I won't buy it again. I'll lose out on skins, but ultimately, hey, it is what it is at that point. I don't need the skins to play the game. And ultimately, I'll end up having access to the new hero the next season. So, hey, we'll take it. I really do hope that they change the level requirements for those, though.
Same here, I am probably buying it as well.
Yeah. I think it's a good test in the water. Just to see. Just to delve in and determine whether or not... And, you know, hey, I wouldn't put it past them to, you know, change things. Like, maybe they'll end up moving the hero, the new heroes on the Battle Pass to like, level 30, maybe 25. Which I think is fine. Again, I'm taking into consideration the newer players. Like I said, only for the people who are just now installing Overwatch 2, never touched Overwatch 1, they're going to have access to like 13 heroes. Which again sets a bad precedent for the game itself, but as a newer player, I think the best thing to do to keep them coming back is to incentivize them. Like every 5 games you play, you get a character unlock, which is really good. I think that's healthy. It introduces you into the game. You're not super overwhelmed. And all the different stuff. I don't know. Excuse me.
And they will have to win 5-0 matches to unlock competitive. And a 1-0-0 games for something I don't remember what it was.
50 games are competitive, yeah. I mean, to a certain degree, I don't know, I'm torn on that. I like the idea, and at the same time, I think it's terrible to gatekeep, but honestly, as someone who likes to play competitive, I don't think someone should like roll into competitive without the mindset of being competitive. You know what I mean? And in that vein, I don't mean being a toxic douchebag, pardon my French, to people for losing, but like there are people who will join competitive just to throw your games. Like, I don't know.
Well, should be easy, although I ain't playing competitive.
Yeah, that's fair. But winning 50 games, I think that's an okay requirement. Those games
At
for...
least there is not going to be many Smurfs.
Yeah, that's true. And guess what? If on the off chance you do encounter a Smurf, then you have to take into consideration that they're probably paying for a whole second phone number on their bill just for a sliver of dopamine to feed their ego, which I think that's sad. I mean, sure, I lost the game of Overwatch, buddy. You're losing out on a lot more than that. But yes. But over the course of playing a game, it'll at least be educational for the newer players, which I think is key.
Catching up with 8,000.
Catching up with 8,000, very nice. We haven't moved from 4K in a while, which I'll take sitting at 4K rather than moving to 5K. Knock on wood. Hopefully the TV stand is wood, because I knocked on it. Don't take me back up Overwatch 2, please. I just want to play the game.
Better if I go sleep, I don't want to oversleep the bus tomorrow.
Okay, that's fair. Well, yeah, I really do appreciate you stopping by. Again, I hope you're feeling a little better, despite the rough day. Take it easy, and good night. You know what, screw it. I am going to grab my book. I'm going to like try to read through it as we're waiting in queue. Give me a minute.
Thank you, hope you are having a great day. When's last time Blythe appeared?
book.
Honestly, being by myself waiting sucks. Laugh.
Okay, sorry. I am back. When's the last time Blight appeared? Um, that's a good question. Hopefully he's doing alright. I think it was either the last stream or the stream before that. So it's been about a week. I don't think he's the biggest fan of Overwatch content, which is fair. No harm in that. I think he likes Dead by Daylight stuff more. At least that's when I recall catching him the most. So about a week more or less. Oh. Still at 4,000. Well, anyone chat? I know Star's here for sure. I think we have one more person though. But it's everyone's like favorite kind of music. Anyone have a preferred music taste? That's a very general question, and people usually give the generic answer of I don't know, which is fair.
Okay, I think I am fine with all your games you stream.
Well, hey, I appreciate that. I guess it has been a while since I've done the Outlast playthrough, which I don't know. Again, like I mentioned,
Secret laugh.
top secret. I'll take a wild guess. I'll take 3 guesses. I'd say K-pop to some degree. What else? K-pop game OSTs or I don't know, rap, trap music. Just the absolute craziest rap music ever heard. Those are my three guesses. Not to say that I'm into any of those. Oh no 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 no! What?
I like some game
Wait.
OST.
Hold on, wait, we might get in. We might get in. We're aware that some players are encountering an unexpected server error message when attempting to sign in. This is actively being worked on. Thank you for your patience. I unplugged my controller again, I'm sorry. You like some game OST? Yeah, me too. Like a third of the music I listen to
Not
is
sure
from...
about the others. Laugh.
No? Country music? It's saying 0 players ahead of us. Taking sign. This is actively being worked on. Thank you for your patience. Come on. 0 players. I get about 10 to 15 minutes before I gotta head out. I mean, if we can manage to get in and get games, I can play for probably a little longer. I will just have to face the consequences of excessive time, but I don't know. Country music or like Vocaloid. Those are my other guesses.
I like one country music which I used for Cade on my Survivor ranking.
Oh, okay. I am personally not a big fan of country music. It all sounds the same, in my opinion, which I'd say the same thing for like a lot of rap and trap music. Not to say that all of it is like that, because I know an entire music genre shouldn't be categorized by a lot of the majority, but at work they played a country station one time and it literally sounded like the same song on rerun for 1,000 times. Oh my gosh, we were unable to log you in. Try again later. They're killing me here. They are killing me. Come on, Blizzard.
I like catchy ones if that helps.
Catchy songs? Is it like pop music? I don't know. Radio music? Well, I guess in the UK, I don't know what they play on the radio. I don't know if it's the same as what they play out here in the US.
Maybe restart.
Because if I restart the game, I'll have to restart the stream as well. Let me make sure my phone number is linked. Because on the off chance that my phone number just doesn't work, I'm screwed completely. It shouldn't be an issue, but I think we have to restart. That would be the best case here. Let me see if there's any Twitter updates on that.
Well, alright, hopefully you don't have a million.
I would not count on it. Okay. Because I know if I leave queue, it's going to restart for me, but I might not have a choice right now. We'll try one more time. 299, now 0. This is painful. Let me make sure my phone number is linked. I'm pretty sure my phone number should work. If I've done all of this and it ultimately turns out my phone number doesn't
Getting
work,
sleepy cause of this scream laugh.
I'm going to cry. Getting sleepy. Yeah, no, I mean, it's not very interactive, I'll say that much. Okay.
I am in.
Oh, you're in? Nice.
Joking laugh.
Oh. Darn it. I think BattleNet's down too. What? No way. Come on.
I am sorry laugh.
No, it's okay. I would have been happy if you got in. That would have been great. Even if I can't get in, I would rather everyone else be able to get in. Yeah, no, BattleNet's not working. What if we try going through a different link?
Nah, I prefer you get in first.
Well, I appreciate that, but I think Blizzard has other plans for me. Okay, so access to the shop link is working. here. Searching for game server. Hold on. Wait. Wait. Hold on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. No. Come on. No.
Are you in?
I thought I was. They were thinking about it and they're like, you know what? No. Let him suffer. Perish. Let me make sure that this is all validated here. I'm pretty sure this is the account. The proper linked account, I mean.
Stupid Blizzard.
I agree. I agree. It's got my full name, my email, and my phone
ILL
number.
delete so they don't see that laugh.
Yeah, no, they're they're gonna keep you out of the game now, officially. I mean, they mentioned it being a common issue with some people, so I don't know. Uh-oh.
Good question. Is the anniversary event gonna be near Halloween?
Anniversary event. The anniversary event usually, that usually happens around July, I believe. July to August. We should have a Halloween event, though. A Halloween event itself. Coming up soon. I'm going to look up that error code. Maybe that'll help us out. BC-153.
So it is staying the same even with this release date?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure on that. Because I guess technically we wouldn't get an anniversary event until next year, regardless, because August is already passed. So either A, they'll move it to October, or it'll be in August to September. So it would just be a little bit of a time discrepancy. Not too much, though. Login error 153. Because I might have a whole other issue that I'm not aware of. Should be unfortunate.
Only solution to restart or continue with this, I ain't choosing and ain't holding responsibility laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, I might have to restart. Let's try one last time and then we'll restart. If it doesn't work, we'll completely redo it. I'll have to restart the stream because I mean honestly, we're in loading simulator here. All they're saying is unplug your internet or something, I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, everything should be fine, authentication-wise, on my phone. I can try the BattleNet authenticator, which...
It says 0, what the heck?
Yeah, no, it's been in 0 for quite a while. Because I know if I restart, they're going to put me back in the queue. Darn it.
Maybe.
Okay, we'll do our security check here. I'm going to log you in. Let me at least finish this before I go. You're done.
So you coming back?
I'll try. I'm probably... Yeah. That's a good question. I'll restart it, I'll sign back on, and if I get into the game, I'll restart. If I can't, I'm just gonna have to... We'll just have to wait. Which means my first game of Overwatch 2 probably isn't gonna be on stream, but I mean... Ultimately, we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Okay, well, in any case, if you're watching this as a video, thanks for sitting through like an hour and a half of nothing. If you're hanging out, aka Star, I'm sorry there was no content here, other than...
Well, I am that good of a friend to stand by this whole journey laugh.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. This would definitely be a lot worse if I didn't have someone to talk to. Okay, well, hey, hopefully you get in soon. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Hopefully you don't run into this that I'm facing. I don't know. Hopefully they fix it. Hopefully we're all able to get in and enjoy some Overwatch 2 on release day.
Bye bye, you too.
I'll see you guys.